Today's card uses more of the Ornate Garden Designer Series paper. This paper and the gilded dots, the Many Mates stamp set, and the Label Me Fancy Punch are all part of my online card class, Inspiration in the Mail, and this month it's Blow Out the Candles. Today's the last day to register, so make sure you head over there and check it out. The link's in the description below, and you can see about the class and sign up. Don't miss this and this great paper. And here's today's card. All the supplies I will be using are listed in the information section below. You can click the link and it'll take you to my blog so that you can see them and order them. A simple card, quick and easy, not hard to do. All right, first thing you need is a card base, and your card base is Whisper White. So I'm going to fold my card base in half. Use your bone folder for a good, crisp fold. All right. Then you're going to need a piece of terracotta tile cardstock, and I embossed mine using the Ornate Floral embossing folder, which is part of the Ornate Floral Suite. So I went ahead and embossed it, and I'm going to put this on my card using tear and tape. When you emboss paper, you get mountains and valleys, and if there's too many valleys, there's not enough of the paper when you add your adhesive to grab your cards, your card base, or wherever you're attaching it, and consequently your pieces can fall off. By using the tear and tape, it's a really sturdy hold. It's very sticky, and you stand better of your card not falling apart. Now you do have to emboss or burnish your edges. Couldn't think. I knew it wasn't embossed. So that the tape comes off easily. I also suggest using a pokey tool to get underneath there and just kind of lift the corner and then pull it off. It's just easier, saves your fingernails. All right, this piece gets added to your card front, and I'm centering it side to side, top to bottom. Now from the Ornate Garden DSP, I cut two pieces. This piece is 1.5 by 5 1/4, and this piece is 3/4 by 5 1/4. And this one I'm going to put on with the tear and tape because it goes against the embossing so that it will stay stuck down. The other one, you're attaching it to paper, so you can glue or use any adhesive that you like with it. So I'm going to take and add this to my card base. I didn't burnish that end, so it didn't come up right away. And there is that one. And then this goes on here. All right, and check your paper if there's a direction. You don't want to put your daisies upside down. And then this goes on there, and it's real close to the edge. I did leave a slight edge for some interest. Now this piece goes on, and I am using some glue to attach it. All right, and then this piece again goes on, and I'm keeping it close to this edge of the other so that a little bit of that shows. So you have some interest going on there. You need a scrap of Whisper White and the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and it's this image, and you will cut out one of those for that card. But before we do that, we need to do stamp our daisy and get it straight. So on a piece of scrap paper, take your daisy from Ornate Style and use your Memento ink and ink it up. Then you're going to take and you're going to stamp it down. I'm using the Crushed Curry marker. I don't have the Bumblebee ones yet. They're on order, but they're not here. And your Old Olive marker. You have to have a really light hand for that stem. All right, and now the fun begins. You're going to take the rectangle stitched framelits, and this one is a little bigger than I wanted because I wanted it to fit inside so that I had some showing. So what I did was I took my die and I put it on my card base, and I put it so that the daisy is in that upper left corner, and then I taped it in place, and I'm going to run this through the machine. All right, now when you take this off, you have to be very careful not to tear that paper. Now that I have that side cut, I'm going to take and I'm going to set it up. All right, I want to make sure this is straight, so I want to use your grid. And I'm going to use this, and I'm going to set it up to cut the other side and the bottom. And then make sure you tape it in place also. You don't want it to slip on you. And I'll run this through the machine. Remove your tape very carefully and then pop it out, and there you go. That's how you can get I don't know, I can't think of the word. A special size. I can't think of the word that it's called. There is a word for it. Custom, that's it, a custom sized rectangle. All right, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to add some glue, and I'm going to put it on my card base, and I'm using the glue because that gives me a little bit of wiggle room to get it centered. A little too high. There we go. To get it centered and stuck down. Now what you need to do is you need to take your dimensionals, and you want to add dimensionals on the back, and make sure you add plenty of dimensionals to this, because when it goes through the mail, you don't want it to fall apart and get crushed. So I'm going to add a bunch of dimensionals on here, and I cut my dimensionals in half, and I try to have the long edge on the outside of the shape so that it gives a little bit of extra, that one didn't want to come off, surface area on the outside. All right, and this goes on centered top to bottom, and I just overlapped a little. There it is. If you are new to my channel, subscribe. Use the button below so you don't miss any of my ideas. I hope you enjoyed my wonderful Wednesday creation. Have a great day.